let's get started here. So for this week, crypto market outlook, what to expect here for this week, especially we have another 5 more days for Donald Trump to take charge or becoming the new US president. And of course, the inauguration will be a critical role. It will be a make it or break it for the crypto market. And will Trump fulfill his promises, whatever he said, whatever manifesto that he mentioned, okay, before becoming a president? Okay, will he sign this crypto executive order on the first day of his presidency? Very, very important, as you know, that leading to January the 20th, which is happening in another 5 more days. That's why we can see the crypto market has been quite volatile. Okay, and the price have been tanking, or I would say a breather, short-term correction, short-term pullback. Okay, most likely the market is pricing in before the inauguration. So probably January 20th, you might see the market will continue to rally back, or maybe we could be another sell the news event. But looking at this sentiment right now, this could be very, very bullish for the crypto market as well. But I look at it, most likely Donald Trump might fulfill these promises and might want to sign this executive order. Okay, these are his manifesto for crypto, right? That he will release this founder of Silk Road, Ross Ulbricht, okay, releasing him out of prison on the first day. Okay, and then of course to enable the US government to have a Bitcoin strategic reserve, okay, to be put into their balance sheet. So that is also another manifesto. So will Trump fulfill it? That will be another thing, right? So here we can see additional executive orders on crypto are expected to follow in the weeks and months. Okay, so we can see here, okay, a single working group on crypto for the 2 main federal agencies overseeing the digital asset industry, also known as the SEC, right? Securities Commission, potentially changing a burdensome SEC rule impacting DeFi, right? Also known as decentralized finance. Okay, so these are the criteria right now that Trump wants to make changes, and most likely you can see for this coming, I think this whole year will be very, very bullish because we're going to have a pro-crypto president. And if we look at the cabinet that he's going to appoint or already appointed is also pro-crypto. Okay, first ever president that most of these cabinet are pro-crypto. So that could actually boost the market even more bullish. Okay, and then we have seen a lot of Bitcoin predictions mentioning about over 200,000 by end of this year. Okay, but nonetheless, we can see it's still unclear how crypto market might react to impending crypto policy changes. Okay, so financial markets are presenting consolidation phase, right? So again, market do not like uncertainty. Okay, they want the market moves when there's certainty. Okay, when there's a huge movement, when there's clarity in the market, that's when market can be able to move in the right direction. So as for now, we don't know whether Trump might fulfill or not. So that's why you can see the market went down. Market is reacting negatively on this sentiment. So until the 20th of January, that's where it is going to be playing out. Okay. And then of course we're going to see like Solana and Ripple maybe might get their own ETF as well. Highly possible under Trump's presidency. Okay, that will lead us to the next article as well. Okay, so nonetheless, I would think this is overall quite bullish. I think the bottom is already in at 89K. Okay, you might going to see another, probably another one more last shake out, a slight dip, and then we might continue again with the new all-time highs. Okay, so this is the first article. Moving on next, we're going to see here. All right. Okay, so what we can see here is coming in from this bank called JP Morgan. So as you know that Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, has been against crypto, calling Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme, this and that. But nonetheless, we can see JP Morgan yet again stress that, well, we can see Ripple and Solana, okay, with their own ETF alone, can rake up all the way to 13.6 billion, okay, in the first year itself. Okay, why is this huge? You can see the huge potential coming in from Solana alone. So Solana, as you know, that this is the darling of all altcoins. And I believe a lot of retails love to trade on Solana. Why? It's because of meme coins. Okay, now with the ETF coming in for Solana, I think this could cause a huge, massive Fed rate coming in, not only for retails, but of course for institutions as well, to actually buy and accumulate, and of course to promote to their pension funds customers, right? So these are the things that is coming in line once Trump takes over. Okay, so ETF for Solana and Ripple are highly likely to get approved. Okay, so we can see here could attract up to 30.6B within 6 to 12 months if approved. Okay, this could actually boost the market cap for Solana and Ripple alone. And then if you look here, Solana-based products could bring somewhere around 2.7B all the way to 5.2. Okay, and then Ripple alone, 4.3B to 8.4. This is the market, okay, market potential for these two coins alone. Okay, so ETF very, very important. As you can see, the aftermath of BTC and ETH, once they get their ETF approved, you can see the floodgate starts to pour in. You can see like BlackRock, you can see like Fidelity, okay, and other hedge funds, okay. The massive inflow is quite huge, okay. So yeah, so this is just a waiting time bomb, okay. And then if you look here, there are other tokens as well, okay, besides Solana and Ripple. We have 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀, right? Hedera, Hashgraph, Litecoin have yet to gain traction with the SEC. So that's the issue right now. The SEC, right? Like Gary Gensler, I think he have another 5 more days before he's leaving. So once he leaves, then I think there will be a new SEC takeover. New SEC chairman will take over, and the SEC chairman is a pro-crypto. But most likely, yeah, I think all these ETFs will get approved, right? So SEC chair will likely be confirmed in the next 3 to 6 months. So yeah, I think by June itself, right? By June itself, we'll see a new SEC chairman. Okay, so nonetheless, I think it's absolutely bullish. Okay, so you just need to hodl at the moment. As you know that, I think the first pick will be coming in on March. So you have to prepare yourself what you need to do. Okay, if you have been overexposed, over-leveraged, okay, or holding too many coins, that's why maybe you might want to trim down your tokens or your portfolio. Because one comes March, I think most likely you will receive the first pick, okay, for the bull run. And then there will be a breather or correction. Might lead all the way from March all the way to May, right? March, April, May. Okay, and this kind of correction, it takes about 3 months, 3 to 4 months before we see another rally again. So yeah, so just to prepare you what to expect. And then of course, moving on next, okay, more narratives here. Okay, especially coming in from AI agent. Now, if you have any question that you want to ask, feel free to put in the chat box and I will answer it towards end of the session, maybe towards the technical side. So any questions regarding airdrop, anything regarding tokens, altcoins, feel free to put in the chat box. All right, so AI agent, okay, so we can see the narrative is quite huge and hot at the moment. One narrative after one narrative keep popping up like mushroom. Can't even cope, right? Especially new to crypto. If you miss a session, maybe like a week or two, suddenly there's a new narrative, right? And then you're lost. So again here, crypto is a fast-paced industry. Okay, especially like bull market like this, there are a lot of narratives that's going to come out. So we have how many so far? We have AI, we have DeepIn, we have RWA, we have DeFi, and right now we have AI agent 5. So many. How are you going to keep up, right? So you're going to stick with your risk appetite. Which one are you comfortable to go with? So you cannot be joining everything. So what is really happening now with AI agent? Okay, you can see that the narrative is really, really quite hot. Okay, you can see like cookie DAO, okay, DEX agent, DEX AI agent, this thing, all sorts of AI narratives, AI agent narrative, and you've seen virtual went up to $5. Okay, so all this AI agent, okay, as you know that the CEO of NVIDIA mentioning that AI agent is one of the multi-trillion industry, and we are still early in this game, still early in this market. So how are you going to capitalize with AI agent? Okay, very, very important right now, as you know that this is the big deal now. Okay, so yeah, how big is AI and crypto to be together, joint venturing together? Okay, so you can see the likes of AI16Z and Virtual Protocol. Okay, two tokens have made some of the biggest gain over the last 24 hours. So this is one of the hottest narrative. And then we have AIXBT, also another AI agent. Okay, that runs on Twitter. In automation. So whatever question that you ask on Twitter, the AI will answer it immediately. So every single query being posted in Twitter, that AI agent replies every single comment. That is how efficient it is to run an AI agent rather than relying on human. They're going to go through all this whatever spam or whatever comments that's being unanswered. AI agent does that. So that's the whole point of doing this, making your work efficient while you're away, while you're asleep. The AI agent is there to assist you. So AI 16Z is an investment DAO run by AI agent. Okay, so yeah, this coin went up quite a lot as well. One of the biggest narrative. Okay, so yeah, nonetheless, we can see here there are a lot of exciting things that are coming in. Okay, and if you are still sitting on the sidelines, having no exposure, maybe you might want to allocate some AI agent into your portfolio. Okay, but if you have already have tokens like Render, you have Fetch, okay, GRT, maybe this is the old AI token, probably still counted, probably is still exposed indirectly to AI agent because they're also dealing with AI. So you might receive some, fair share from this market as well because they're dealing with AI. But nonetheless, we can see any companies that deal with AI agent, especially this year, okay, will definitely prosper, will definitely thrive. Okay, any company that can able to pivot whatever business that they are doing right now, whatever tech that they're doing, and move on into AI agent or supporting or providing service for AI agent will definitely prosper. So very, very important is to pick your winners through all this sentiment. Then if you look here, virtuals, what's happening with virtuals now? You can see more whales are beginning to buy the dip. You can see how much the potential. So I think virtuals went down to about slightly below $2.5. So the all-time high was about five US dollar. Well, it went up quite a lot actually. Okay, early this year alone. I think it started 0.001, I think, not mistaken. Okay, that how many percent there? You can see not even 1 cent, I think it started. So it went up all-time high of $5. So we can see now the market is starting to cool off. Okay, you can see recent activity, the market, okay, the whales beginning to start to buy a huge amount, okay, of virtuals, right? Notable phase of reaccumulation. Okay, this is where whales come in to buy when there's a dip, right? They bought somewhere around below 2.5. Potential buyers make significant purchase at average price of 2.35 to 2.45. So this is how you actually buy the dip. This is what you want to buy, not when it's up. When there's a dip, nobody wants to buy. People scared. So that's where winners are made. That's where millionaires are being born, by buying the dip, by doing the opposite. Okay, not by buying when there's green or when the candle is already pumped. Okay, for like 2-3x, and then only you enter. So when it's down like this, that's why you want to take opportunity. So virtual price action and prediction. What to expect from here? Conversion line at 2.5 highlighted is a row of pivotal short-term support. Okay, so later on we will go through this technical side as well. So we're going to run through this technical analysis for virtual because I think there are other AI agents also we can look for. So this upward movement could find further support at $3, reinforcing the asset potential for stability. Okay, most likely it might be ranging around 2.5 to 3 as a support. And then maybe it might take off from there. Okay, so far overall very bullish for virtual. I think this will continue to thrive all the way to end of this year. Okay, all right, so moving on next. All right, so where are we now? According to CryptoCon. So again, I'd like to mention here, it's easy to forget that the market cycle trajectory on down days, but nothing has changed. Yeah. So a lot of people mentioning that the peak, the top is already in. The bull market is over. Many on Twitter mentioning, especially those high quality influencers, mentioning that the bull market is already top 75%. But if you look at the historical data here, if we compare to last 2 cycles, look at December 2020. Number phase 3, right? New all-time highs. Okay, what happened after that? We moved to phase 4, first cycle top. That is somewhere around March. Same goes to 2017. That's where Donald Trump came in as US president. Similar pattern as well. January dump, and then only sub rally all the way to March. Then that's where we create a first cycle top. So you got to remember this first cycle top, very, very important, March. So how are you guys going to prepare for your March take profit? Or how are you going to prepare to actually capitalize instead of holding all the way. Okay, so phase 3 and phase 5, right? New all-time high in cycle top. Then cycles make it easy. Getting in your own way, it makes the challenge, right? So when you have your own thesis, own theory, that's the thing that is actually holding you back. But if you were to compare to the last historical data, everything is playing out similar. History may not repeat, but most of the time it does rhyme. So I'm gonna stick with this and then play according to your risk appetite. Okay. So like for me, my game plan here is that by February alone, your capital have to be out of the market. Okay. And if you have already taken out your capital, maybe last year alone, maybe you might want to take out around 25% for the first round for Q1, and then moving up to Q2, another 25%. So that's how you should be taking profits progressively, rather than holding all the way up and holding all the way down, round tripping your bags, and then you're not even earning anything. So you have to have a game plan here, okay? Because this year is for you to take profits instead of coming in, okay? Instead of dumping more money into the market, because the season of accumulation is already past. Okay, it's already over, and it's time to harvest. This year is for you to harvest. So if we move on here, what's happening now? So if you compare to all the last US inauguration, okay, you look at the last 2 cycles. This is the current cycle. January 7, we got a dump. And we look at last cycle, what happened? January 8, inauguration, when I think Joe Biden, right, becomes the president, right, the current president. So what happened? Went down also, right? Inauguration went down. And then what happened after that? Recovered back and hit an all-time high, a new first peak around March 21st. Compared to 2017, what happened? Similar pattern as well. That's where Trump comes in. Okay, dump. And then what happened? Read it all the way to March 3rd was the peak. First cycle top. First cycle top was on March 3rd, compared to this one here, 21st. So very early, March 3rd. You don't have much time left actually, okay, to actually take profits here. So your room here, okay, either by first week of February or mid-February, you gotta really take out something here, because you're not going to wait until March. Then only you start to take out or start to think about it. Okay, because I think this could be a very heavy correction here before we see another rally. So this is to prepare you on the expectation, but of course, this is not financial advice, and of course, history again, it might change, or it might follow this, or it might does the opposite. But according to the historical data, it might follow. Okay, so this is the setup here that you need to know. Then moving on next to Airdrop. That's where the fun part is. I'm sure how many of you guys are actually following. So derived Airdrop. Okay, so what you can do here, you can start claiming. Okay, this is the link here. So for those of you who have been staking your tokens on Ethena, okay, as Ethena holders, and then DA, right? You have stake your Dimension, Atom, and TIA staker. You also got this. I also haven't got time to check. So you might want to check this. Derive.xyz airdrop. That's DA. They've been staking since last year. Okay. Dimension, Atom, and TIA. These 3, I remember I staked last year, 1 whole year. So I'm not sure how much we're really going to get this for Derive. 40 cents. Okay. So you got to check. Okay. Then you're going to check here how much airdrop you get. Okay. So yeah, I think that's it. So currently it's trading at 40 cents. This guy got about 502. So that's a lot here. It's 40 cents. How much is it? 502 times 40 cents. Oh, $200, just like that. Okay, so let's derive. First one. Okay, who's next? Okay, so for Plume, whoever did Plume. Okay, especially like 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀, and then who else? 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀 and Belinda. So you might need to register. Okay, so maybe 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀 might want to register. You have until 18th of January. Okay, 3 days from now. So you're going to do this. Okay, register your wallet. Okay, connect your wallet, connect your Twitter account and your Discord account to qualify for this airdrop. Okay, so we'll send this. So you better do. If not, then your effort all wasted since day one. So I already mentioned, okay, the early days of Plume. Why is it important? Because there's a huge funding for Plume. Earlier was like what, 10 million? 10 million funding for Plume Network. And they have new additional raises to 30 million, which is quite huge. Okay. Previously only 10 million. And then they have raised to another additional 20. That makes up to 30. Very similar to Movement Labs, also testnet. Okay. They ask you to just follow on them on Twitter, okay, link your Discord, and just like and follow on socials, and you get a drop. So this is quite similar like Plume as well. Okay, Plume and Movement Lab, I believe, is quite similar. Okay, no mainnet tasks, no nonsense, no asking you to fund in real money. Okay, straight away, you might gonna be getting something similar like Movement Labs. Okay, so I think high possibility Plume might deliver similar to Movement Labs. Movement Labs is about 40 million. Plume is about 30 million. So I think this is actually quite a huge hit for us who did this, who spend a 0 cent on this, but just some time, probably once a week to get this done, right? So yeah, just need to register and then you're done. You're good to go. So you have until 18th of January, 5 p.m. UTC. Okay, so just get it done and then they're going to drop somewhere around Q1 for their first season 1. Okay, so that's all. And then moving on. All right, moving on next here, you can see. Okay, so next one is Azuki Airdrop. Okay, so this airdrop, for those of you who have been staking your Hyperliquid token, and then if you are Arbitrum user, I'm not sure how do you define Arbitrum user, as in transacting on mainnet or Kaito Yapers NFT, then that's where you're going to qualify for this Azuki airdrop. Okay, Azuki airdrop. So they're going to drop very, very soon as well. Okay, so yeah, for those of you who have been doing this, then I think congratulations. Then this is the airdrop. I think this could also eat well for those Hyperliquid staker. Okay, then next, another one here, Humanity Protocol. So another good news here for Humanity Protocol for those of you who've been checking in every single day. Okay, so congratulations. I think they're going to airdrop very soon as well. Right? Because why? You can see here, once they announce this Humanity Foundation, the keyword here is what? Foundation. The moment when a company or a token created a page or a website called Foundation, that's where you know that the airdrop is coming very, very soon. Okay, so Foundation is where it is, right? Is to create tokenomics for the token itself. Where are they heading in the next 5 to 10 years? They're going to create another roadmap again for their tokenomics. And then what serves the purpose for their own community also takes into account. So if you can see who is actually leading behind Humanity Protocol, nonetheless, we can see 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀. Okay, he's a chairman of Animoca Brands, very huge for NFT company. Okay, then yeah, we can see Humanity Foundation will be the cornerstone of innovation and growth within our system. Okay, so yeah, I think this could be huge. All you need to do now is just continue to check in every single day, continue to collect your Humanity token, also known as RWT.SECOND. That will be converted into H, token H, once the mainnet launch. So that's the only task that you need to do, right? You don't have to spend a single dime. Just check in every single day, and that's it. Simple tasks like this. Doesn't cost you any money, just your time. Okay. Then, of course, more good news as well. If you have been farming Story protocol, okay, so Story is actually a blockchain of IP, intellectual property. Now they have also created this foundation also, .foundation. Okay, they have also created this domain. Okay, they've already created this domain, and most likely airdrop also will be very soon. Okay, so yeah, we can see they created yesterday only, 14, isn't it? 14 of January. Okay, so very, very soon you're going to see Story protocol starts to deliver because they have a huge funding. Huge funding. Okay, 134 million of the second Story protocol. Okay, here. Okay, so many influencers shitting about Bera Chain, but nobody's shitting about Story protocol. 134 million. So people like Chai already missed the boat, right? So you're going to find the next 130 million funding. Okay, so compared to Bera Chain, okay, where's Bera Chain? 134 million versus how much here? Where's Bera Chain? It's the one here. Bera Chain have 142 million. You see it? Huge difference, right? Okay, and a lot of influencers, they shield this project. Okay, and this project already diluted a lot. So that's why I did not do. Another thing about Bera Chain is that when you're doing the testnet, during the testnet, they ask you to put in real funds to do. That is the disadvantage here. Compared to storage protocol, you don't have to put in real funds. You just need to transact on the testnet. So that's the thing about this kind of projects. You have to be very careful as well. From testnet and then ask you to put real funds. So there's a big turn off where I noticed many, many times. So all this comes into experience, all this comes into play. Which company will deliver? Which company or testnet program will piss off their own community? That actually takes into account as well. Okay, all this based on experience. Right, okay, so moving on next. Okay, so coin market cap, you can see here. Okay, currently standing at 3.44 trillion. Now, BTC is about 99K, very, very fast. Look at the recovery, see how fast. Ethereum still lagging behind, 3.2K. Okay, Ripple, look at that, 2.85. I think this thing is going to go to a new all-time high or to hit $3 very soon, this Q1. Okay, so Solana, 193, look at that. Where is Sui network? 4.7, very solid Sui. Okay, 24 hours, any gainer, look at virtual. 24% last 24 hours. EI 16Z, 17%. Algorand, 15%. Sonic. Okay, so Sonic also went up. Okay, so most of the coins really, really rally from here. Movement Labs, okay, down 1%, 1%. The rest are all just 1%. Okay, so now moving on next to technical side. So technical, what I can see here for dominance. Now, the dominance here very important. We're going to see whether or not can this week break below the middle band. If not, we're going to see another challenge here on the sell zone, and then maybe to tick up this new all-time high here. So hopefully it breaks below the middle band. That's what we want. As altcoin holder, Bitcoin dominance needs to drop. That is for sure, right? So hopefully this could be the top here, then most likely to challenge on the critical support 56.89. Then moving on next to Ethereum against Bitcoin, you can see here again is going down. Ethereum is still weakening here. You can see no sign of reversal at all. So probably one last plunge, maybe at 0.002554, around this level here. Okay, so if we look on next to, yeah, daily also is down. Okay, so we look on next to BTC. Where's BTC heading now? Okay, monthly. So monthly overall, you can see very bullish. We have nice momentum. Okay, nice momentum here. Okay. Okay, I lost my chart here. XBT, USD. Okay, so this, okay. Okay, so forget about the Bollinger Band. We used to have the Bollinger Band here. So all you can see here, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs again, right? So we have a reversal candle, last one candle, and then now it's breaking above here. The current resistance, that is what we want to see. Weekly, we can see what's happening here. So weekly, again, nice movement towards the upside, breakdown, creating a higher lows. So this is the support zone at the moment, 93.2K. So the final boss resistance will be here, 104.4. Okay, so we take the Fibo, where is Bitcoin will continue next, right? So we take from this high to this low. Next all-time high will be where here, 144K. That is the golden pocket here. Most likely March will pick around here, 144 or 140K. That is my take here for BTC. Okay, so yeah, I think most likely will pick there for the first cycle top. And then on next to ETH also, I can see ETH also is actually still downtrend. Okay, price is still consolidating sideways. Okay, so this is the final resistance that it needs to break, 3.7, still lagging behind. Okay, the support zone will be here, 3K. Okay, so weekly chart is doing what? So weekly, what you can see, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, very nice setup, very nice rebound here. Okay, so next level it needs to break this here, on this level here, 3.6. Okay, so that's Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum is lagging behind. Okay, so let's see. Who got questions now? Let's see. Is the second bull run after March certainly a high percentage? Second bull run after March. Yeah, so you're gonna wait and see. After March, most likely first cycle top, and then you're gonna see the correction. Maybe it could be 40 to 70%. Okay, pull back 40 to 70%. Here, see here, 144K. Let's see here, 140K here. So pull back, let's say here. How many percent here? 25%, 30%. Okay, that's 30% coming back to 96K. 40% will give us where? 82K. That's huge. From 140 all the way back here is 40% pullback. So that could be one scenario, right? Then only we see another huge rally to maybe 200K. What's the reason if we know it's down? We don't dump all and buy back low. Yeah, you have to understand. Once you already make your purchase, you have to understand there's a season of accumulation, there's a season of harvesting. You don't want to buy, you don't want to sell, and then you enter again. Buy and then you sell again. Then you're actually adding more risk to your own portfolio. You don't want to do that. So like I already told you guys, since last 2 years, 2023, accumulate DCA, Harvard DCA. 2023 is for you to accumulate. 2024 also the same. And then after that, this year alone, you want to harvest. Not like coming in last minute like this. Going in when the market is already up. Everything is up. Your risk, your cost of opportunity also getting lesser and lesser. But your risk getting higher and higher. You understand? That is the reason why we don't do that. Right? You don't want to buy, no sell high again because you cannot afford to do that. Now we're going to dollar cost averaging on the way out by taking profits on the way up. Okay, selling into strength. That is what you want to do. Okay. You don't have to register for Plume. It is already over for you. Too late already. So it doesn't work for you anymore. So you have to move on to the next. I'm saying those people who have already done earlier, the earlier stage, probably I think 2024, January 2024, who have done it, done this testnet, then you should do. Now you come in, no point. So what do you mean by project diluted a lot of influential shield? So like I said, a lot of people, they will shield. And then they will start doing. So when they start doing, your opportunity of the airdrop getting lesser and lesser. Just like a share of the pie, the pizza. You draw a pizza here. Okay, this is a share of the pie here, pizza. So how many slices can you have? So the more people shield and shield and shield, more people are doing. Imagine how many times you have to, how many slices do you need? More and more people do, you can see how many more slices they are going to get, the share of the pie. So Barra chain is already overrated and it's over diluted because a lot of people are actually doing it and so many influencers are shilling. So what happened? More and more people do, lesser opportunity, lesser airdrops that you'll be getting. Probably get peanuts also. And even more challenging as well. Look at this. The more people join, this is the issue now. The share of the pie getting lesser. You see it? Now that's the thing about this kind of airdrop. Compared to Story Protocol, 134 million, barely any influencer want to shield. I hardly see also. Probably not the top ones. Even the top ones also, I was quite surprised they did not shield Story Protocol. But they shield Barra chain so much, 142 million. Okay, but asking people to do testnet, asking people to come up with real funds to do testnet. So there's a big turnoff. And then another one, Sonium, another joker. Where is this? Right? So Sonium, big company by Sony. I think SPL also will do, isn't it? SPL. That's SPL's DA. Sonium, big company from Sony. Sony Production, Sony Entertainment. Is it airdrop? Right? What happened after testnet? Nothing. So much shilling on Twitter. Influencer us potential, high potential of airdrop. After that, we go to mainnet, nothing, zero. Right? So much of hype. I've been doing the testnet, I think, every single week for this. Okay? Bridging, swapping. Okay? Just try out, might never know. So there's a lesson learned here. You want to do airdrop, make sure there's a funding raise. You don't want to simply do because it's free.